This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. BPL's hoping to prove it's not lights out for them. The power company has 7 engines at its Clifton Pier plant to reduce load shedding. 4 have already been connected and 3 are in the process. BPL Executive Director Patrick Rollins says the engines must be tested, which is scheduled for mid-October. It's a $96 million endeavor for the project, and according to Mr. Rollins, they're within budget.
These units, these are some of the most high efficient fuel engines you can find that are manufactured. So on any fuel it burns less fuel to make power. So, and that impacts your bill. So you will see, once they're online, they'll help to have a factor in reducing the cost of your bills. Now it's difficult to say because you can have these efficient generators online, and then the cost of oil goes up, so you don't see it as much. So it's going to be an impact, but it's difficult for us to tell you how that impact, what impact is going to be, because we don't know what the cost of fuel is going to be.
Once the new 7 engines are all connected, BPL will shift to using less of the rented El Greco units. The board's not decided how many of the El Grecos will be kept and when they will be phased out.
Engines will stand it. It's just a matter of some of the auxiliary equipment on the outside, how much force the winds give, But you have to take those things, they are designed for hurricanes, but you saw what happened to Dorian. It just kind of like it was a monster of a hurricane. It was a 100-year hurricane, they say, and it did a lot more damage than a normal hurricane would do. As
promised, December 15th is the deadline for all the engines to be up and running. The government's getting some unsolicited advice from the opposition in dealing with the Equinor oil spill over in Grand Bahama. Progressive Liberal Party leader Philip Davis recommends a public safety officer work exclusively from the site to observe and assess cleanup and remediation efforts as they take place and to provide regular updates. The suggestion follows a recent meeting Mr. Davis had with Equinor's senior execs following what he's regarded as the controversial and cavalier comments of Environment Minister Ramal Ferreira. Mr. Ferreira has been roasted after revealing last Tuesday that 1 goat and 3 birds were impacted. According to Mr. Davis, the minister seemed to lack an appreciation for the serious concerns of residents. For his part, the minister contends his comments were taken out of context, an attack on his credibility. Having expressed his own concerns about the safety of remediation workers, the integrity of the marine environment and forest, and any potential compromise to the water table, Mr. Davis says Equinor execs gave a full commitment to normalizing the area in the shortest possible time, exercising the utmost care in remediating any damage to the environment. It's estimated that nearly 2 million barrels of crude oil spilled at Equinor's South Riding Point facility. The company since hired an independent firm to monitor the area. Officials say so far 12,000 barrels have been recovered in the cleanup process. Testimony delayed in the high-profile bribery trial of former Cabinet Minister Shane Gibson, and that's due to some kinks that have to be ironed out. If all goes as planned, though, Sergeant Dale Strawn will return to the witness box with a report indicating if the interview at the Central Detective Unit with Jonathan Ash and Deborah Bastian was recorded as requested by the defense. Last August, Gibson was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to commit extortion, another 2 counts of conspiracy to commit bribery, 15 counts of extortion, 16 counts of bribery, and 1 count of misconduct in public office. Those charges were later reduced to 15 counts of bribery. The charges stem from the allegation that the former cabinet minister received $610,000 from Ash post-Hurricane Matthew. The court has so far heard from police witnesses and former National Recovery and Reconstruction Unit Director Jack Thompson. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.